Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you inviting me to this. This is great. My name's Sarah Perry, and I'm running for King County Council, District 3. We need a champion. We need a champion for transit. We need a champion for a lot of things, and I'm really excited to be part of that and stepping up. And you know, I've been involved for the last, deeply involved for the last 5 years in the community and engaging civic engagement. And I have, when I worked at Seattle University as Director of University Initiatives, I took the 354. Wait, no, it's the 554, sorry. Dyslexia is terrible. And the 214, and I did that every day. And now I have a combination. I drive our electric car or my own vehicle and take the bus, and that's how I get along.
Fantastic.
Well, we need all kinds of opportunities. We need to build our transit, rapid rail. We need to make sure that we have opportunities for every mode, right? So people that want to bike, use bikes to get around. People who want to walk, we have trails. We want to have transit. We have light rail coming, but we need shuttles. We need electric shuttles. We're putting billions of dollars into light rail, and we need to make sure that people can get there. We need park and rides, right? We need opportunities for people to do ride share. We just need to be creative so that we can get as many people onto the public transit as possible, because that is the way that we make sure that we're reducing our greenhouse gases. That's how we get to the net neutrality, or the 2050 carbon neutral place, right? So we have a lot of work to do, and the way that we do that is by huge communications with folks, but also realistically removing those stumbling blocks so that youth can use it, seniors can use it, people with all abilities can use it, and there are stops that are close to working families. I'd love to see, I'm a huge fan of apprenticeships and making sure that we can build our middle class and people have opportunities to get into jobs, high skilled labor, and they have benefits and they have retirement, and we can do all kinds of teamwork together with labor to build this whole process forward and make sure that we are having as many people on this as possible. I have our electric car or my own vehicle and take the bus, and that's how I get along.
Fantastic.
We have a lot of work to do to pay attention to where the bus stops are, where the schedules are happening. Obviously, housing ties into this, and working toward low-income, affordable, and workforce housing, and making sure that is a prime area that Redmond focuses on, and that each of the cities in the district focus on. I know in Issaquah, 8,000 apartments and condos are coming in the foreseeable future, and I know that Redmond has the lion's share of all housing for the 7 cities through 2044. So there's a great focus on affordable housing, and we need to make sure that we are having transit at the schedule that is most needed for our working families. And that means 5 in the morning, that means weekend, that means evenings, and doing what we can do so that people can live, work, learn, and play in the same community, and keeping it as rich and dynamic as it's intended to be. We have to get people out of single-use vehicles. I mean, that's just it. And so we have by the end of the decade, all of our buses will be an electric fleet, which is amazing. That's going to take yeoman's work. It's going to be really expensive, really difficult, but we can get there. And we have to find alternatives to people using single-use vehicles. So I think we have, obviously there's biking and there's walking trails and there's shuttles that we can be paying attention to, but we really need to be thinking creatively and look at what's working well for other states, other cities, other countries. Ride share, what does that look like? Just really really being open to every possibility that will make it seamless for people to integrate public transit into their life. That's the deal. You just have to remove the barriers to it and think about what works really for each different community. Instead of thinking what works best maybe for a separate transit system, let's think about what actually works for the people who will use it and go to them. Find solutions for them. I love, this is completely separate, but the Women's March was wonderful, and part of the reason it was so wonderful is that logistics were taken care of. You just had to show up and be there. And I think we have to think about transit in a way that we show up and it's there when we need it, and we will use it. We will use it, and we will meet our climate goals. We will reduce greenhouse emissions by focusing on what the people need first. Oh, heck yeah. Absolutely. My favorite bus route is 554 and then 214. And I like 554 because I'm able to get everywhere I want to get in Seattle from where I live in Issaquah. And it also stops at Bellevue College and just all kinds of places that I like to go. It gets me there. So I love 554.